scattered across the dusty floor in the backseat of my Chevy 58, along with bits of candy wrappers. Looking back to when our castle was a shack, vacation was making figure eights in the parking lot. Remember when we used to forgive more than we forgot? It wasn't like we didn't work hard enough. I'm trying to hold on to all the things that we did right. But how could I forget about you leaving? Since my heart has never stopped bleeding, all that I can see is that I lost you then. I'm looking for a reason to forgive you, and sometimes I even wanna be with you, just to hear you say that it's alright now. I am tearing down this wall. Years go by and gradually the tears run dry, but I'm still here looking for your face in the faceless crowd. Long after our final ship had drowned, it wasn't like we didn't work hard enough. I'm trying to hold on to all the things that we did right. But how could I forget about you leaving? Since my heart has never stopped bleeding, all that I can see is that I lost you then. I'm looking for a reason to forgive you. Sometimes I even wanna be with you, just to hear you say that it's alright now. I am tearing down this wall. How could I forget about you leaving? Since my heart has never stopped bleeding, all that I can see is that I lost you then. I'm looking for a reason to forgive you. Sometimes I even wanna be with you, just to hear you say that it's alright now. I'm tearing down this wall. Tearing down this wall. I'm tearing down. I'm tearing down this wall.
What about my doors down below? How can we cover that? Any way to cover that? Which one? Yeah, get it and do something, put something there. And as soon as they finish pouring, they need to get some water and clean that, all of that real good. Joel, there's a hole right there. It's gonna be hard to keep anything on there with this wind blowing. It's gonna be really hard. Can you lay that piece of plywood on that little wall, and maybe it'll keep it from running down? They could just lay that plywood flat on top of that little wall. Well, they could just lay it down flat even, so it don't go directly on the door. Just lay it right flat on the wall. That chocolate milk? Choco?
Gasan mo ko rin eh. Dapat ka ano pa nga pa ako na. Nan. Like that. Okay. Daran tao eh. Data ka ay tao eh. Sulag dan jang may. Ikot na yan. Ikot na ikot. Tulo lang kamay ang kalbo. Gusto kita na peti mo dawan. Bulan tinetap. Gamit ko di papangras. Tapos untuk berani mapangak. Boleh, hindi ko ako palagay. Yuko. Kabali ba? Ulang siya. Sila ko timuto sa pangaw. Hindi na ba?
You were the talk that eclipsed the room. I was the one who arrived too soon. But no one would ever bet against us. If they saw us exchanging glances, I was too busy to fall in love. You were too busy to break my heart. Nobody else was there to stop us. Nobody else was there to warn us. Now we go on and on with this poor love song we've been working on far too long, baby. Do you still remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously? On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song. Too busy watching the TV screen. Now we're just betting on broken dreams. Nobody's gonna come and save us. We cashed in too many empty favors, yeah. Now we go on and on with this poor love song we've been working on far too long, baby. Do you still remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously? On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously. On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song.
Well, it's the end of another work day, and the guys did a lot of mixing right here on their mixing board and passing up concrete, and they got this all poured up here. Let's go up here and give it a look. Of course, it's still wet right now, so there it is. That's where the hatch will come through right there. We'll come back around, they'll add a little bit of like a rendering mix they can shape that's kind of don't get much slump to it. Now go around underneath the edges of that metal there, fill it in and make it solid. Very happy with this. Just so beautiful up here. Very happy to see this next step of the project done. And the guys, they'll be continuing to work on more. They'll be right back on it doing more. We got some steel work to do down over here for this other part of the roof tomorrow. They can't peel these forms yet, and they need this form wood for the rest of these beams that are coming around. And so until they can strip this, they won't be able to form that, because I'm not just going to go keep buying and buying plywood. I won't be putting any of the metal on any of these roofs until all of the concrete is being finished poured, until like all this up here is finished out and painting's done, everything. And then the last thing we'll do is apply the roof on there, because I don't want stuff dripped on the roof and all that. I want it done nice, clean, and neat. So it'll all come in time. But man, I tell you what, that little slot right there, when that forms are pulled off, you see it's got like a little slot right underneath there where they just poured, and you can stand right there and view out. It's almost like on a big ship. Imagine this if it was all like the front of a big old ship, and that right up there is the wheelhouse. Yeah, at the helm, all the controls and stuff there. It's kind of got that feel when you stand up there. You're right in the middle of the place. You're looking out towards the water, and it is just like you're in the wheelhouse. Good life, drama-free, no problems, just a happy life, a happy place. This country, it's such a home to me. You know, I have been here for half of my adult life. Half of my adult life has been right here with the Philippines. And I just absolutely love this country. I absolutely love the people. I love its flaws. It gives it that wonderful character it has. I love its freedoms, and it has a lot of freedoms. So when you're driving down the road and there's mayhem and all these things going on, just stop and quit looking at it all in a negative way, and just look at it as freedom. And then let me leave this little thought with you. A lot of you move here from places to where you weren't happy where you were at, right? So many of you moved here that were not happy with what was going on with where you're from. And then so many of you do the same thing that they're guilty of back in the US when they hop from one state to another state. They're not happy what that state was doing. So they moved to this other state because they have more freedom. And we like what they're doing there. And then they find their ways to influencing a local politician, or they're there long enough to become a resident, and they get into the local government and all these things, or they just have the money or just the mouth to influence somebody that's already in office, that's a resident, and they start making changes and changing it to the exact thing that they left from, that they swore they were so unhappy with. Don't be one of those people. Just come here and love it as it is for what it is. And when you see all that stuff that you consider mayhem, stop looking at it like mayhem. Look at it as freedom, because that's really what it is. Everybody, take care and God bless.